Happy Monday, everybody. Daniel Allison, the average dude, with my partner, my co host, Freddie at Bobcat.
Thank God it's Monday!
There it is, a fantastic call of the wild to get our Monday, our week, our middle of March 2026 started. Let's do this.
That was so good, I'm going to get one more.
I am too. I'm going to get the second sip right off the bat. Man, it hit so good this morning. Why is it sometimes the coffee hits just right?
It is designed to hit just right.
It is. It is designed to hit just right. I didn't have any coffee until I had that first sip this morning. I got
What?
up, not one drop, not one drop of coffee. I got up this morning. I said, hey, first things first, we got to move. We got to drink water. I'm not going to drink coffee until I have that first sip. So I put that first little thing in my head. And then I got busy. And generally speaking, I'll go down to the coffee shop a little earlier, get my coffee, come back up here, start thinking about what we're going to talk about, and then next thing you know, we're sitting here and we're doing our thing. So that's what generally happens.
Are you telling me you earned that first sip this morning?
I earned it. I told myself I don't need this. I don't need that coffee just yet. And I'll tell you what was interesting. By the time I made it back down to the coffee shop, more people in the coffee shop, different time, a little later in the morning. Saw a lot of people that obviously have started coming that I haven't seen. They're picking up their coffee. And so changing it up a little bit, putting kicking that rock down the road, it kind of led to new things. And yeah, so I think it's important for me and my personality. You call it the fishing pole with the carrot on the end, just that little reward. Okay,
Yeah,
I can't wait to have that coffee. The farther that carrot, the longer that fishing pole is, the better for me.
man. So are you telling me one small adjustment today puts you in a different time slot where you got to meet different people, which could create different results off one little small adjustment?
One small adjustment, one small change, and it was in the direction of improvement. In other words, it wasn't something that made things easier. It was things made things a little tougher, a little more challenging. And it's similar, Freddie, to something that you were talking about, and something very small but a little different in your Monday morning. You said, I'm going to go this way instead of that way.
That's right. One little
This
change up.
way, this way instead of that way. What's that?
One little change up. Speaking of change up, it made me think of a baseball pitch. I did watch the USA beat the Dominican Republic last night 2-1, and I got
Oh,
fired up.
was it
Anytime the
good?
USA is competing in a sport that where they're just out there, the crowd's crazy, you can tell they want to win. I get pumped up about that stuff.
I Hey, when you can feel the extra competitive energy. I've seen some of the highlights. I haven't seen any of the games live, but you can feel the intensity, the energy
Yeah,
of the atmosphere. That's what we always talk about. That's what tells me that I want to tune in when I've got that energy.
yeah. So how does somebody create that type of energy and atmosphere on a Monday morning? Like, I'm about to walk into Bobcat of Spartanburg, and I have no idea the mindset, the mood, what's already happened since 7:30. I could walk in there and it looked like a funeral home. How can I spin that around to everybody's fired up, pumped up, competing, wanting to win for the rest of the day.
I love it. You know, it reminds me of doing what we do on this show now for over 400 days, 400 plus days, getting our mind right, weekday morning. Somebody asked me, well, what do you talk about? What do you talk about? And it's very similar to if me and you were on a bus, and when LinkedIn's working, we have our bus riders, we have people comment a little bit more, but we have we're on our way into work. So what would we talk about if we were on our way to work in any time, right? I mean, hey, we're getting ready to start the day. What kind of day do you want to have? What are you excited about? Because what's the alternative? Everybody just kind of goes into, it's like that coffee shop I just walked in to downstairs. Everybody just kind of going through the motions, you know? And I'm like you, I like, man, I've been going through the motions for 50 years now.
Yeah.
I'm ready to not just go through the motions, but to have a little something. Let's enjoy this moment. Let's make magic in the mundane. If we can make magic in the mundane, imagine when we're in a great room. if we can bring up that energy level. Now, I am talking too much. What do you think you can do to bring up everybody? And I will say, I've got to say, Fred's arm is looking like you might be hitting the weight. So you might be doing something in D1 after all. You might be.
I would think if I walk into this office in a few minutes with some positive energy, walk around, morning, high five somebody who hates a high five, right? Because you know I love making people uncomfortable. Walk out to the shop where the guys, somebody may already be dirty. Just, hey, here's a couple positive words. Here's some encouraging attitude. It won't hurt. I can tell you that.
It won't hurt. Well, that was my next question, because I know you love to be challenged just like you love to challenge others, right? Because that's the sign of someone who deserves. I did read this. The person who deserves to challenge is the person that can be challenged.
Come on.
So now, not everybody is there someone in your office that doesn't receive the Freddie that's not ready for the Freddie at Bobcat energy that maybe you need to try a different approach on?
Oh yeah, there's always at least one. and it may rotate, right? It may be a different person each day.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. So somebody may not be feeling it, but where I was going with that, you know, I'm just going to use the coffee shop. I had a great experience going in. I shared that earlier. I went down there, I saw new people. That led to new conversations that kind of like, you know, there's a guy that has moved down to Atlanta. He still has a house here. He's up checking on his house. And just that kind of interaction with these folks they haven't been in, and they see the change outside, and something about interacting with them and getting it going. But now, if I went in and I was too fast, too quickly, maybe that doesn't work. Maybe coming in too slow doesn't. How do we change the environment? That's what you asked me. I think where my thought went is, hey, just like you're walking in on a sales call and we talk about being all hyped up and ready to go, we have to kind of insert our energy into that environment in a very tactical way.
In a natural way.
In a natural way. And
in a natural way.
Oh, baby. And that's what it's always about, segueing to the natural. And Freddie and I were talking about content and how do we have a natural segue into the content of the nuts and bolts. Why do we do this? Let's go away with some nuggets. Let's feel a little better. And that's what it is every morning. I try to meet Freddie and the other bus riders where they are so that we have good conversation. That's really what the game plan is every single day, to meet everyone where they are. Speaking of movies, speaking of movies, the Oscars were last night, and The Natural. Sorry, The Natural. Uh,
Sorry,
I-
I'm not a big fan of Oscars and all those things, just due to some recent files and things that have been discovered about Hollywood elites. Believe it or not a big fan of it.
hey, you know what? I like some of the old school movies, including The Natural. The Natural
Yeah.
with Robert Redford. And if you've never seen the movie, if you're too young to have watched it, watch the movie. It's a great sports movie. It's a great comeback movie. That the idea was he had incredible talent. Roy Hobbs, he was going to be a fantastic, the greatest of all time baseball player. But unfortunately, he met the wrong woman, Freddie.
Mm.
And she took his life in a different direction. But what I did, we looked at AI and pulled out some lessons.
Did you know what he did after when he retired from baseball?
What?
He bought a big. He became very successful, and he went and bought like a big yacht. And he gave another guy $1 million for that guy's girlfriend to sleep on that yacht one night.
Is it hailing outside?
It is about to dump.
Oh,
I'm in I should have went inside.
Holy moly! You need these lessons from The Natural, man.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
it. The lesson number one is going to be this right here, and it's going to be. I was like, what is that noise? The lesson: own your narrative. I believe we have two lives. I believe we have. I had to mute his mic for a second. Look, oh, this is actually good. I forgot I could do this. He's muted. He can't talk to me. The lesson: own your narrative. I believe we have two lives: the one we learn with, and the one we live with after that. What do you think about that, Freddie? Now I want to hear from. I need you to say something, so I'm going to turn you back on.
What?
Oh, you gotta love the live program. Gosh, that's scary. But on your narrative, we have two lives: the one that we learn with, and the one that we live with after that. Hey, Freddie, where are we going? I like.
I've got to get closer to the door.
I don't blame you, man.
I'm gonna float away here in a minute. I'm not careful.
I don't know what happened, but the bottom dropped out. And now, if you will look out Freddie's window, for those of you that are watching live or on the replay, you can see he is at the Bobcat of Spartanburg. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Now that I see you parking, we're going to segue.
Is anybody watching?
Yeah, there's a ton of people watching, hundreds. I was watching Dr. Brad Hughes with Vision Dental Partners, and he was talking about where should you park if you're a dentist at your dental office. What do you think he said?
You park the farthest away if you're the man.
That's said. That's exactly what he said. So I had to say that.
Our front door is over that way.
Ah, okay.
And we have a little back door that I call the salesman's entrance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you drop in the salesman's entrance.
Sneak in and out, yeah.
Yeah, like Tony Robbins getting ready to start a live show. You come in backstage, they start prepping you up, you start jumping up and down, you do your first sip, you start fist bumping, and hey, we made it. It's 8:10. Do you have a final thought before you run in there?
We got two lives, one you learn with, one you live with.
Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's roll. Bye-bye.
I'm about to get wet.
Yes, you are. Bye.